Last year, I was honored to meet with Katherine Johnson and her family during a dedication ceremony for the statue of Miss Johnson at West Virginia State University. You know, she turns 100 years old, and she's unbelievable. It's my hope that the students who pass by that statue every day are reminded of Katherine's legacy and inspired to keep their passion for knowledge alive, and I cannot be more proud of NASA's independent verification and validation facility in Fairmont, my hometown. Through the contributions of hidden figures like Katherine Johnson and Dorothy Vaughan, as well as the Rocket Boys and Homer Hickam from Colwood, West Virginia, has contributed immeasurably to our nation's advancements in space, and it continues to contribute to the work completed at 4 and 5 facility in Fairmont. The Green Bank Observatory, I think we spoke about that, and I appreciate it, in Pocahontas County, and the WVU Robotics Technology Center. So I look forward to seeing you, hopefully, at the dedication at the 4 and 5 facility this year. But given the integral role West Virginia plays in safety and security, robotics refueling, identifying objects both near our plant and across the galaxy, I'd love to have you see the incredible work being done firsthand. So I would say, I hope you're able to come. Will you be able to come to our dedication?
We have the invitation, sir. We're working through it, but I would love to be there.
Yeah, well,
I
we're
can't 100% commit.
We think you will be. We're just hoping for you to be there. Okay, so
Okay.
I want to make that formal invitation for you to be there and be able to see it. And I know Senator Capito and I both love to have you in our state.
Thank you, Senator.
The other thing I want to talk about is the near-Earth orbit objects at Green Bank. And I think you know, and I think you've been brought up to speed on the Green Bank telescope.
Yes.
In a nutshell, what we're having a problem with is the funding mechanism. And I think it can be a tremendous asset for the security of our nation and safety of our globe. So I don't know if you can provide me with the next 5 years of the NASA support at Green Bank as directed by fiscal year 19 appropriations bill.
We do utilize Green Bank. It's of course a National Science Foundation asset. We use it. In fact, we used it back in November when we landed InSight on Mars. We were able to get data back very quickly because some of that data was flowing through the Green Bank Observatory. So
I think also, if I might interrupt, this year in January, the Green Bank telescope helped give the astronomers the most detailed images over a potentially hazardous asteroid passing close to Earth.
Yes, sir. It has great value, and we use it. We are a customer of it.
We need you. We need it involved in your funding.
Okay. Okay.
They're having a hard time staying afloat, and you know that. And with the National Science Foundation, if they don't partner up, and it's a natural asset for our country. It's a wonderful opportunity. It's in a quiet zone. It does a great job. So I guess I would just ask if you are looking at that, your priority for looking at that in your budget.
We will take a look at it, sir.
Okay. And in given your stated priority for mapping near-Earth orbit objects, can you tell how Green Bank plays into that part?
Yes, sir.
Because I don't think it's tied in.
So here's this is a really big issue, not just for our country, but in fact for the world.
The world, right.
In 2013, a lot of people maybe in this room remember an asteroid that entered the Earth's atmosphere over Russia, an asteroid that ultimately blew up over a province called Chelyabinsk in Russia, and it basically carried, when it exploded, it had the amount of energy of 30 times the atomic bomb at Hiroshima. And of course, that kind of event is going to happen on average once every 60 years. That event resulted in 1,500 people going to the hospital. It resulted in 7,200 buildings being damaged significantly. It resulted in damage of those 7,200 buildings. They were in 6 different towns around the area. It was a huge explosion. Now, so we have to detect, track, and characterize those near-Earth objects that are 140 meters or bigger. That explosion was an asteroid that was 20 meters wide. So we're talking about characterizing asteroids that are 140 meters or bigger. So far, we believe there's 25,000 of those near-Earth objects that could pose a threat in the future. Nothing right now is posing a threat, but in the future. And so the question then becomes, how do we characterize them? So we need ground-based surveillance, which we have. I don't know how Green Bank could play into that, but it could be a piece of the solution. But we also need space-based telescopes that can detect, track, and characterize.
I think tying Green Bank into your network now would be a tremendous asset. And I think that would be part, and we could do that for probably low budget, having this asset already at our disposal.
Sir, we'll look into that.
So I formally invite you again as a public invitation to West Virginia to come see, and the dedication for Katherine Johnson 4 and 5 facility. I think it'll be something special.
Yes, sir, we'll do that.
Okay, thank you, sir.
You bet.